You know that I switch it up. You know, new year, new me sort of thing.
It's been New Year for a bit now.
You know, yeah, but there's no statute of limitations on new me. So
wow, that's
new month, new me.
new month.
I dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I will leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello and welcome to Way Too Broad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculous, excitable grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
hi, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Lost track of my own name there a little bit. How's everybody doing?
Just fine for a Thursday, I guess.
It's Thursday. Erin just had some technical difficulties we were working through. We had a little bit of a struggle getting people to be quiet for room tone.
Seems unfair to me.
But that's fine. I think we're gonna rally. It's gonna be a great episode.
It's a bit like of a collection of cats coming together to attempt to record a podcast today.
Yeah, there's not even like a shepherd. We're just all our own type of cat. So
That's right.
speaking of cats, this morning, the thing that woke me up was a claw in my hand because Hank was laying next to me, like next to my head, and he didn't like how close my hand was to him while I was sleeping. So he clawed me.
Wow, like he actively like scratched you.
It was gentle, but like he was clearly trying to get me to move it. And then I put my hand under my pillow, and like before I fell back asleep, I noticed him like inching his paw towards the pillow, like he was gonna try to attack my hand underneath, which is completely unwarranted.
Wow.
And maybe that's why he decided against it, but still very
Out
weird
of his
behavior.
lane, I feel like.
He could
And
have
in your
just
bed, no
left.
less.
I was there
Yeah.
first, like
Right.
in the house,
I'm on your
the earth,
side.
on the bed, like I was all those places first.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
what are we drinking though? I need to know. Me.
Who's first?
I am.
What are you drinking?
I got my big glass, but mostly empty, and it's got it's water, but it has what's it called? Liquid IV. You know that stuff? It's actually a powder.
Yeah.
I like them. You don't like them?
What is it?
They're supposed to be like hydration boosters, and I don't usually care about that kind of stuff, but Ian says that they are actually like having like one like every few days or whatever is probably actually pretty good for your health because it has like I don't know what it has in it.
I feel like water doesn't need any help hydrating you.
It's something about if he was here, I mean he is here, but he's busy. He could explain
If he was
it.
still around, he would have told you. They just have artificial sweetener in them, and that's why I don't like them. I also don't like them, actually, because when you cut them open, sometimes, when Molly was sick, I was doing them every day for her, and I would open it and then taste it in the back of my throat, and I fucking hate that.
They do. It's a very fine powder, so it just like comes on out. But I like them. I like all the different. What flavor do you guys get for Molly?
Molly likes guava.
Oh, I haven't had guava yet. I'm having the watermelon right now. And I really like the passion fruit, and Ian really likes the lemon lime. And then I also got the probiotic one because I didn't notice it wasn't the same thing. And that one is tart apple, and it's nice.
Oh, fun. Do they have any that doesn't have like fake sweetener in it?
Actually, I don't know for sure, but the probiotic one does have sugar in it. So I don't know if it has that and artificial sweetener, but maybe check the ingredients out on that.
I would try that.
Yeah, maybe check the fucking ingredients next time.
Yeah, maybe I should, honestly.
There's like a really good reason why I never know the details about a lot of stuff that I choose to do, and it's because I trust my husband, and he's incredibly good at research. And so I'm just like, Ian said it was a good idea, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be the same way. So, yeah.
Who is
That's so
next,
funny
Erin?
because Kylie is the exact so not that.
Research?
No. Of like she I have to convince her of something. Like I have to have a really
she's
good
like-
I have to have a really good explanation ready to go, or she's not going to just like believe
You have
anything
to like
I say.
provide your sources.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Ian is with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I'm a pretty impulsive person, so I feel like it's fair.
Yeah. Same.
Erin, what are you drinking?
I just have black cherry seltzer and a water. No fancy hydrators here. Just the regular old
Delicious.
good old fashioned water. Let me tell you what we had in my day. We had good old fashioned water and we drank it and we were hydrated. That's what we had.
And we loved it.
You're right.
Yeah,
Uphill both ways.
that's right.
Remember when you had that phase where you like couldn't drink anything but black cherry seltzer, and then you had another phase where you couldn't drink black cherry seltzer because you were so sick of it? So things have evened out between you and black cherry seltzer.
Yeah, it's on a rotation now. My two favorites are black cherry and lemon lime from the Harris Teeter. Oh, I meant to mention, we got exactly one of the new flavors of Spindrift hit the store. It was the Nojito. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. It's fun. Yeah, and we actually have so many seltzer flavors right now in the fridge that I experience decision paralysis. So I flew a little too close to the sun there on having fun seltzer flavors. I need to pare it back.
That's like a thing you deal with. I think you were telling me earlier today you kind of deal with the same thing with shopping for slime.
Yeah, that is a problem for me.
Yeah. Gotta learn Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Yeah, maybe you could teach me.
Okay, I will.
Show me sometime.
Baby Ben, what are you drinking?
None of this fancy sparkling shit, just regular old water.
From a mug.
Yeah, we've gone back in time in our water as we've gone through.
Yeah. This newfangled bubbles.
No glass for
bubbles.
Ben.
No, I drink out of clay.
Hand forged clay.
Incredible. Okay, I need to know if either of you are plugged in to the drama going on right now between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Who's Hailey Bieber?
I thought they were friends.
Justin Bieber's sister or wife?
Wife.
Or daughter. This is how not plugged in I am.
Apparently,
Let me
until
tell you-
recently, a lot of people thought it was his sister, like people who aren't very aware of stuff. But no, she's his wife. What were you going to say, Erin?
Yeah, here's what I feel like I know. I feel like this was from months ago. So I feel like they were like rumored to be feuding, but then they like took a picture together and were like, see, y'all are crazy.
Let me tell you, I'm not going to go through it all because it literally have to be my obsession, and that's not what my obsession is. But there is a long history between Hailey. It's like a love triangle thing between Hailey and Selena and Justin, and like the upshot of it is that Hailey is Stephen Baldwin's daughter, so she is like a nepo baby.
Oh, okay.
Her maiden name is Hailey Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin is Alec Baldwin's brother?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, okay.
She was a huge fan of both of them when she was growing up, but they were around the same age and they were in like the same circles, and it seemed like she made like kind of a coordinated effort to be around people that were in his circles and stuff. So it's like, but the last time that Selena and Justin dated, when they were like rumored to be going through counseling leading up to potentially an engagement, the last time they broke up, he was engaged to Hailey 2 months later, and he was married 6 months later.
Wow.
Yeah, and they had been. What's up?
As somebody who's watched part of the Selena Gomez documentary, I feel like she dodged a fucking bullet there.
She totally agree.
She seems like the coolest, chillest, like kindest person. Maybe not in the whole world, but like definitely like impressed with how she is, and he just seems like a fucking, you know.
Oh yeah, he cheated on
I don't
her
know.
constantly, like well documented
Okay.
that he cheated on every girl he's ever
Okay.
dated. He's cheated on, like
Yeah.
I
Okay.
totally agree.
Yeah, there you go.
I also
Rest my
think
case.
that
You're
Even
like
his sister Haley?
I also think that like a lot of the toxicity that now exists between Selena and Haley, which is basically like entirely one-sided on Haley's part. Like they're kind of like frenemies in a way, but it's sort of one of those things where it's like Haley seems to kind of want to be Selena, and Selena doesn't really seem to care too much about Haley's existence at this point, or Justin's. Like she's kind of doing her own thing very clearly, but she still looms large in their relationship. And I kind of feel like maybe more of the public heat gets onto Haley for that, because Haley is the one who does kind of do like, Haley's one of the ones who does some kind of like weird sidelong shady stuff in public about Selena. But I feel like Justin is talking shit, like mad shit behind, like in private. Like I don't think Haley would be like so nasty. I mean, maybe she would be, because she kind of does seem like a rich asshole, but like, I don't know. Anyway, it's actually the reason that I asked is because I watched the whole Selena Gomez documentary today.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what's up with me. I don't know if it's because I just learned, like I watched like 100-part deep dive on TikTok about the entire history of their relationship, the three of them. And like, I don't know if it's because I knew all of that, seeing her doing well was making me emotional or what, but like I cried so many times when I was watching it.
She's gone through a lot. We're almost done. We started a long time ago, but got really sleepy, so didn't finish it. But I just feel really impressed with her. She just seems so cool.
Yeah, and she has been through a whole lot, and she really cares about like mental health advocacy.
Yeah.
I appreciate how open she's been about all that stuff. Those parts were not the parts that were making me cry weirdly. The parts that were making me cry were like the meet and greets, like really weird stuff. Really weird, dumb stuff. I don't know what was up with me today.
Yeah, that would be sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's when there's, you know, that Mad Men clip where like the big boss guy, the Ron Burgundy, what's his name? The madman. The main madman.
John Hamm.
The main madman.
Yeah,
What?
John Hamm is the
John Hamm.
Whose character's name is Donald
Madman.
Draper.
that's right.
Don Draper gets in the elevator, and there's like some dude in there who's like, I feel sad for you. When this happens, I'm going to be thinking of you and feel sad for you. And then Don Draper says, I don't think about you at all. And like leaves the elevator. Is that how it is with like Selena and Haley? I feel like Selena's probably like, okay, I don't really think about you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Cool.
And also the thing that was recently, just to kind of put it out there, because I feel like not a lot of people are addressing it from this angle, the latest thing that happened between them, or one of the latest things, was Selena got papped swimming in like the ocean on a boat, and people were talking about that she
Like a pap smear? What?
she got
I
paparazzi.
literally thought that you meant something about that, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Right now?
No,
Rich people get their pap smears on yachts. It's like a thing.
No. The paparazzi took pictures of her like in a boat, like in a bikini and stuff, and people were commenting that she looked like she'd gained weight. And then Haley, like within that same day of that stuff coming out, there's a TikTok sound that's like, and I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm just saying that God's timing is always right. And they did that. And it was like her and like two other women who have been like involved in drama with her before. And then later on, every time they do shit like that, they deny that that's what it was about. But it's like just so transparent at this point. Like, so the fact that it was also just like blatantly fat phobic in the media and from Haley's side, like really put me kind of squarely on Team Selena before I watched the deep dive. So, you know, here we all are, Team Selena.
Yeah.
I followed her on Instagram just because of this.
Shout out to Selena Gomez.
Yeah, shout out. Big shout out. Also,
I have a big... Okay, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say we unsubscribed from TikTok's emails because we got like 100 in the last 2 weeks. That's all.
I have a big fat up front.
Okay.
A big fat up front. Ben, this is for you. Ben, let me tell you about something that I discovered today.
Okay.
I discovered a plot. Most foul.
What?
I discovered that Hannah has offered to loan my best friend Sarah a book. That's great. But I discovered that said book is a wrapped Christmas present for me that Hannah has neglected to give me for years. So Hannah's going to remember to get a wrapped Christmas present for me and bring it to Savannah where we will all be and give it to Sarah to borrow. And Sarah is to then return it to me when she's finished reading it.
That's right.
And you know what's the best part about that is after Thanksgiving, Hannah left a book in your house that Kylie and I had to take home and give back to her. That was not a book she was reading.
Yeah.
Or even has read and just had in her car and left in your house. She brought a book she didn't give a shit about to your house and left it there.
Yeah.
And
No, that's
a
demanded-
Christmas gift.
That demanded its safe return.
That's okay. No. This is now we're getting to slander territory, okay? Because
And then I asked Sarah, I said, did you know that Hannah was going to loan you a book? And did you know that the book is my wrapped Christmas present? And Sarah did not know.
she
that
knew.
She did not know it was my wrapped Christmas present. I don't feel, Ben, what do you think the legality of this is? I don't think Hannah legally can loan. I feel like this is murky legal territory,
I agree.
I
honestly.
have receipts, okay? She knew.
She knew.
Well, that doesn't affect the legality. Who owns
Yeah,
it?
it's murky.
I think once the gift is wrapped, it belongs to the other person.
I like that. That feels, because then there's like, that's basically like a giant receipt,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Hold on. I have receipts. Hold on.
Yeah, it's the wrapping paper.
You know,
Hannah, do you even know where this Christmas present is?
it's on my bookcase, wrapped.
You just had a wrapped book on your bookcase for like years?
Yeah,
What
I think
book
I have
is
a
it?
couple. Let me tell you, that's not even the oldest Christmas present I have in my house. That was like 2 years ago. I have a Christmas present I bought for our cousin Rachel, like in 2020. For Christmas 2019, I think was when I got it for her. So,
Wow.
you know,
What book is it? You have it on your bookshelf. And you can produce it. What book is it?
that's not a book. What are you talking about?
The book we're the book we're talking about. We've been talking about a book this whole time.
Wait, did you
mean
say
that's not a
what
book?
book?
No, she said that's not a book. I said you have
Rachel. It's
I
a
said you have-
journal, actually. No,
You have the book wrapped on your shelf.
Yeah.
What book is it?
the book I'm bringing for Sarah.
What is it?
It's called What We Don't Talk About When We Talk About Fat by Aubrey Gordon.
I have another layer to add to this mystery.
Okay.
So you have the book on your shelf and it's wrapped for me.
Yeah.
I have that book on my bookshelf with a handwritten note from you from Christmas 2020.
Whoa.
So it's for someone else. I don't know.
Because
It's
as
like-
Sarah and I were talking through this today, I was like, but I have that book from Hannah.
Look, you can see I sent the screenshot.
Yeah, Sarah absolutely knew.
Sarah knew.
I don't think she knew it was wrapped.
She probably didn't know it was wrapped. I don't think I said
You
that.
didn't say it was wrapped.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I bought a lot of this.
I had to tell you, Sarah and I were plotting a whole plot to, I was going to wrap the book and give it to her and say, oh, Sarah, this is a late Christmas present. And then it's like the copy you gave me for Christmas of this book. Anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, if I don't have it on my bookshelf, which I thought I did, or if it's for someone that I still want to keep it for, then I might need you to bring that copy for Sarah.
Yeah, I will. I wanted to mention it so you didn't spend too long looking for it because it's in my possession.
Okay, thank you.
Unwrapped.
Well, I hope you like it because it's a great book. I think it changed my life. I think I brought it as an obsession one time.
Yeah.
But like the amount,
Listen, I don't skip an episode of Maintenance Phase. I don't.
Yeah.
So, love that podcast so much.
yeah, I think Aubrey Gordon like opened my eyes to how much anger I should be feeling at like the culture, the medical establishment, all that stuff for the way that I was treated my whole life, and it really has like changed something in me like permanently. Like I take a lot less shit now, and I like have completely changed my approach to dealing with doctors, and I have a lot more doctors now who I like and who I actually feel like understand me because I seek them out and I don't stick with doctors that don't. So it's
that's great.
It's all good stuff. Whoever has the books, I hope they're being made good use of. All right, should we pop in?
Yeah, any other upfronts? Thanks for letting me pick on you, Hannah. That was so funny.
Oh, but the book I brought at Thanksgiving, I did intend to read it, and I have read it since then. But I didn't. I typically, when I go on trips, bring like 2 or 3 books for some reason, and like I never read any of them. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's this like book packing phenomenon.
Yeah. Like what?
How many books can I read in 7 days? 10? I don't know. That feels right.
Exactly. Okay. So my obsession. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I forgot to mention I have a straw in my drink. I've been doing straws
Are you
lately.
ready?
I forgot. I meant to mention I like straws now. It's a new thing about
Yeah,
me.
love straws.
Congrats.
Love
Thank
straws.
Thank you.
Big congrats.
All right. So this week I got an email from Apple TV Plus, and it said, "Thank you for renewing your subscription."
Subscription.
And I said, "You know what? I haven't used Apple TV Plus since I finished watching Severance for like the second or third time. So why don't I go see if I could actually get some use out of this money? Because it's like I'm not terrified too, but it's like I just know the month that I like turn it off is when like Severance is going to come back.
Yeah,
they're filming like now, or maybe they finished recently, or like I'm really excited for the next season of that.
Yeah,
and I'm also
same.
really excited for the next season of Succession, which is coming soon.
Same. It's similar
Is
names.
it coming soon?
Yeah. I think so. They're like actively putting ads for it out on HBO Plus.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Max, how dare you? HBO Plus doesn't exist anymore.
So Apple TV Plus. I was like, let me go on Apple TV Plus and see if I can find something else that I would like to watch. So today I watched. I started Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus, and it's really great. It's like a lot of the same team as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A lot of the same actors. You're both nodding. So are you guys familiar with this show?
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a few episodes. We couldn't really get into it for some reason.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, I think it's Sarah's favorite show.
Oh.
It's not. I liked it okay, but I also couldn't like sink my teeth into it as much.
Also, every time I mention to anyone that my partner works at a game studio, they're like, "Have you seen Mythic Quest?" Is it like that?
Really annoying.
But I think I watched the whole first season.
I have not finished the first season yet, but I'm pretty far into it. I'm on like episode 10 right now. I'm in the episode where the pandemic hits and they're like all working from home, which is like so nostalgic, which is another thing I kind of wanted to talk about in upfronts, but I forgot, is like there's been a trend lately of people being nostalgic for early quarantine in 2020. And at first I was like, but like I keep finding like bits and pieces of like paraphernalia. Like there's this. Hold on one second. It's actually right there. Hold on.
Is it my wrapped Christmas
And she
present?
never came back.
She can't hear me say that.
What is that?
I'm going to show you something on this audio podcast. This is the My Brother and Me poster for their very first virtual live show that they
I think
did
I have one of those too.
November 21st, 2020. And they're all doing such 2020 things. Griffin is modding his Nintendo device. Travis is baking. And Justin, I don't know, kind of looks like he's singing into a wrench. So I'm not sure what that's about.
Woodworking or something?
He did get into woodworking. But like, I get it. Like, I do get it. Like, it's like a bizarre time to be nostalgic for because it's so recent and also was so terrible. Like, I would never want to go back to 2020 because I was in like a constant state of like stress and terror, like at all times. Like it was like that moment of like, oh my God, like every single decision that we make could be life threatening. That was the feeling all the time. Right. And like, that's calmed down and I appreciate that quite a lot. But like, I understand the feeling of like nostalgia for that early time we were all just kind of at home, equalized and stuff. So anyway, about Mythic Quest, for anybody that doesn't know, it's about a gaming studio that makes a MMORPG, and the lead of the creator of the game is Rob McElhenney. Well, his name is Ian.
I forgot about that. It's Ian, not Ian.
Yeah. I think it was eyeing something. It never starts to feel normal for me, especially because of my husband being Ian. And, he's like a kind of a dick. And I really like Jo, the assistant. I think she's extremely funny. When she just bursts out screaming at people, I think it's like the funniest thing in the world. So, I've been enjoying it. Like, I can't say it's like my favorite show I've ever watched, but there are 3 seasons of it, so I'm definitely going to watch all of them. And generally seems to be well reviewed. And that's my next foray into Apple TV Plus programming. So, and the cast is kind of crazy good. Like, even the guest stars are really like cool, good actors.
Ashley Birch is in it.
Who?
Ashley Birch.
Who's that? Oh, is
Voice
she
actor.
Poppy?
She's the QA tester.
Oh,
I forget
yeah.
her name.
I love
And
that.
she's the voice of Chloe in Life is Strange and fucking Aloy in the Horizon games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's great.
She's really good in this, and that's also there's gay people in it, and she's one of them.
She's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we like that.
we like that a lot.
And they're in it. I mean, they're not like main characters, but they're in like every episode pretty much. So, yeah, I think it's fun.
It's a fun, feel-good show for sure.
It's not quite as like everybody's not as hateable as like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, it's not quite the same vibe. Like, there are definitely hateable characters, but they have redeeming qualities in a way that they don't on Always Sunny. And there are also characters that are not really hateable.
Yeah.
It's also got Danny Pudi.
I think I don't know.
He's really funny in it.
He's Abed from Community.
Yeah. It's good, but it's new, so I don't have a whole lot to say about it, really.
Cool.
New to me.
You know, this is perfect if we're transitioning into my obsession, Hannah, because my obsession are 2 shows from Apple TV Plus.
Oh my God! Wow.
This is
You're
one
not
big Apple TV
Sponsored, not
Plus ad.
sponsored.
And not sponsored, and it was actually funny because obviously before I knew your obsession, I was gonna preface this with my obsession is 2 shows on Apple TV Plus, but Molly always makes fun of me for saying the plus. She insists you don't have to say it, you can just say Apple TV.
No,
but there's
wrong.
a plus. There's a plus in it,
Yeah,
just like in Disney
because-
Plus.
And actually, it's a stupid name
Yeah,
because
actually,
Apple
yeah.
TV is a device,
Yeah.
yes.
and they chose to name their service after the fucking device, but add a plus. So they
Yeah.
are different things. And also, I think I get the impression, or at least I personally, for a long time, thought you couldn't get Apple TV Plus on anything but an Apple TV because I
They
assumed it
do
was
not
like
have
an
an
extra
app for
add-on.
Android. I have to get it on my browser and then.
Oh, really?
there. Yeah.
We have our TV has an app. I mean, our TV is not an Android, but our TV has an app for it. Yeah, but Molly's wrong. You're right.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank
Right.
you. All right, let the record show. Also, Hannah, if you haven't watched Ted Lasso, that's really good. Definitely
Okay,
the first
please-
season of Ted Lasso is.
Please tell me what Ted Lasso is about, for the love of God. Like, the number of people I've heard just be like, yeah, Ted Lasso. I'm like, there's so many people in the conversation who are just like, yeah, Ted Lasso. No one will ever think to give me an explanation of what the fuck it is.
Okay,
Please explain.
You can look it up.
I do not have Google.
No.
It's about.
Why does anyone have to give it to you?
No one's ever mentioning. No one's ever given me a complete synopsis when they say it's good.
Just give me a little.
Okay.
Just give me like a 2
I'm
sentence.
giving you a little one.
Okay.
It might be more than 2 sentences. It's about an American coach, Jason Sudeikis, who
Sudeikis.
goes to London. Sudeikis, who goes to Britain and coaches a soccer team, a club soccer team,
Okay.
and hijinks ensue.
Okay.
And then we understand. At first, you're like, why is he there? And then you learn that, and it's just great. All the characters are fantastic. All the acting is great. It's heartwarming. There's a lot of drama. It's very good.
Okay.
Season 1 is fantastic. Season 2 kind of suffers from that thing where like a lot of the main tension that was built in season 1 is gone, and so they have to kind of create tension in other ways, and it's has a little less bite to it, a little less sharpness, but it's still pretty good. Okay. Also, I want to
Ted
watch.
Lasso originally like character Jason Sudeikis played in ads for the World Cup or something.
I think there was something like that, or SNL or something.
Yeah. Anyway, what
It's
were you
great.
gonna say? Sorry.
And Ted Lasso is like a super optimist and is really great. I also want to watch the Emily Dickinson show on Apple TV
me
Plus,
too.
which is gay,
Yeah.
but haven't yet. So anyway, more to come. But the 2 shows I am watching, one is not fully out yet, so I can't. Actually, I think the next episode comes out tomorrow. I didn't actually realize it wasn't a complete show, or I wouldn't have started it because I don't fuck with that. But it's the name has completely escaped my mind. It's the new one. And it sounds like Severance, but it's Shrinking. Is that what it's called? It's got what's his face?
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford in it. And it has
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. What's that guy's name?
Jason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Segel. And it has one of the 2 dope queens in it who's just so great.
Phoebe.
Not
something?
Phoebe.
I
Jessica.
don't know the other one's name.
Wow, really should have looked this up.
I'm on it.
Thanks. I'm too lazy to lean forward and type it in.
Jessica Williams.
Jessica Williams.
She was on Daily Show, right? Also?
Yes.
Love
Correct.
her. Love her so much. So her and Jason Segel and Harrison Ford are so delightful. It's a great show. Check it out. And then I cried, I laughed, whatever. And then I'm currently watching The Morning Show, which has Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell.
Stefan Carell.
Stephen Carell is like his drama actor name.
Yeah.
That's definitely his role on this show. And that's really good too. So just freaking shout outs to those shows. I've been actually, my main move has been having Skyward Sword up, which I'm on the final boss battle. Having Skyward Sword up on the TV on mute, having my laptop, having my iPad in my lap with my headphones in, watching my shows.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Been pretty sweet.
Well, I just figured out how to get Apple TV Plus to go picture in picture on my phone, like using it on my
that's a
phone
game
browser.
changer for you.
Today, huge game changer. Like
That's big.
because now I can use it like all my other streaming apps. Like there's no barrier.
You mean
so-
like barely watch them in a tiny little corner
and play
of the screen?
solitaire? Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
It's
A lot
my
of
free
these
time,
shows,
Ben.
You don't really need to see what's going on. You just need to hear
Sure, they're
it. It's
basically podcasts.
When you
like, they are.
when you have subtitles on and you do a picture-in-picture little thing with Hulu, it keeps the subtitles the same size, so literally all you can see is the
Oh,
text.
really?
Yeah.
I do find with
amazing.
my little setup, if there's a moment where I'm having to read a lot, which Skyward Sword, there are moments where you have to read a lot, all the cutscenes. I have to pause my show because I can't, but otherwise I can follow. And in the morning show, there's been a few scenes where actually there's no dialogue and a lot happens visually, and so I've had to like rewind, like because I'll be like, "What's going on? My show's been quiet for a while." Anyway,
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes you got I've noticed recently that when I okay.
I'm
Sometimes
just laughing because you didn't finish that thought. You know what? Sometimes you gotta, have your nose recently.
yeah. Okay. So have you ever seen like a TikTok video that's just like a block of text and with a looping video underneath it and like some audio, but there's like nothing happening in the video. It's just like a block of text. Like somebody is saying something about
Been on
something.
TikTok enough to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not.
Okay. Well, in those scenarios, even if there's nothing going on in the background, I have to pause the video to be able to read the text. Like the text never goes away. There's no time limit happening. I just can't read it while there's moving pictures behind it or while there's audio playing under it. I have to turn off. I have to stop both so that I can read the text and then I can go on.
Have you ever interacted with one of those people who you'll say something to them and they'll put their glasses down and say, "Can you say that again?" Like they hear better when they have their like
Is that a
reading
real
glasses.
thing?
Yeah. I have a
never
friend
heard
like
of
that.
I believe it.
Put on her reading
That's
glasses. What'd you
hilarious.
say? Yeah.
Incredible. All right. Well, I'll check
I'm
out
just
all four
delighted
of
that
those. Hell yeah.
I'm just like, we couldn't have said Apple TV Plus more in this podcast, and I'm just gonna dedicate this to Molly.
Yeah, because Apple TV is a product, a physical product. Mm-hmm. That I don't.
I feel bad that my obsession is not on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, me too, actually. But
actually, I don't want to hear it. So, really what's your homework, Hannah?
Oh, Apple TV Plus. No, baby.
JK,
Ben.
I do want to hear it, Ben.
Yeah. What's your obsession, Ben?
Is it my turn now, or was it welcome to me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My obsession is a show.
Oh.
It's on HBO.
Why isn't it on Apple TV Plus?
Because it's not. I don't know. Ask them. I haven't talked.
I know
about
what your
it
show
yet,
is. I know what your show is.
Yeah, surely, right?
I know what your show is.
Surely, yeah. I haven't talked about it. It's The Last of Us.
Of course. Stupid.
I haven't talked about it yet because I had other things to talk about the past few times, but it's been on for a bit now. We're on week, I think episode 6 or 7's coming out this Sunday. It's fucking good.
It's fucking good.
It's really, really good.
Erin, have you been watching it?
I have not been watching it.
Oh,
highly recommend.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Shows where people are traveling from one place to another make me really tired. Is it like that? Like Lord of the Rings. Just exhausting.
The traveling happens between the episodes, and then
Okay.
all you see is what happens when they get there.
Yeah, there's like a
Is a lot
big
of action.
time
Is
jump.
a lot of action or more like emotional action?
emotional action or physical action.
A little bit of both, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
A shockingly small number of infected, like compared to how many hours of show there's been, I would say.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
there have been like, there are times when there's a lot of them, but there are also like entire streaks of episodes where you don't run into an infected. Partly, I think, because we're in a world that's 20 years past the initial infection point.
Okay.
So it's not that it's never scary, but that's the other thing for you,
No,
Erin.
it's 10 years.
It's 20 years.
No, they moved the date of the initial infection to 2013 in the show.
Are you sure?
I can check.
Yeah, check.
Oh shit.
Let's check.
Oh, shit, it's the
checking
showdown.
tape. Checking the tape. Going to the plot section.
Because I didn't play the
Wikipedia.
game, so I don't know why I would have
you're
that
right.
misconception. Yeah. Fucking told you.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. That's interesting. So in the original game, so it's 10 years farther removed from... I never really noticed that.
Which one is 10? Is the game 10 years?
The game is 10 years because the game came out in 2013, and I believe they made it like so the events of the game started in 2013.
Oh, okay. So the pandemic or the yeah, I guess it's still a pandemic.
Or no, wait, no, I'm dumb. No, wait. Yeah, sorry. The events of the game, like where you actually play as Joel, are happening in like 2013, 2014, I think. So it was like 10 years of pandemic in.
Okay, so it started in
But I don't even
2003
know, now I don't even know if that's true.
for both, but in the
Believe
game
so,
it was
yeah.
10 years later, and in the show it's 20 years later,
Yeah.
Wow.
which is interesting.
no. Oh, no. Okay. It is 20 years in both.
Oh,
But what they did in the game is that they had the outbreak start in 2013, and then the events of the game take place in 2033.
oh, okay.
So they just moved it back 10 years, and so that the events of the game are taking place in modern time. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. What was I saying? I forgot now.
Oh, I was saying that, Erin, like, you also don't really like scary stuff, so I thought you might want to know how scary it is.
Oh,
too.
yeah. It's not like a fucking... Like, it's not even... It's not really I wouldn't even call it like a zombie show, even though it's about zombies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll probably end up watching it. Sounds like it's more of about the heart. A journey of the heart. Yeah.
The third episode in particular is just one of the most beautiful pieces of television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I thought the latest one was also really beautiful.
The latest one was also really, really good.
Although, like, it's one of those episodes or like scenes or whatever in any type of like post-apocalyptic scenario where like the whole thing is so light and bright and happy and sweet that you just like I personally was just like waiting the whole time for the other shoe to drop. Like no, like nobody gets to be this happy in the apocalypse unless they're about to be devastated. You know.
Had you so that the most recent episode, like the events of that episode are from the DLC of the first game called Left Behind.
Oh, I didn't know they were from DLC. I remember watching, like, I don't remember a lot of, I remember watching, like, bits and pieces of the game. I definitely did remember watching that particular portion from someone. So I kind of knew what was coming, but also, like, even the first time I watched it, like, the game version, I had the same feeling the whole time of, like, something bad's about to happen, like, the entire time, you know? Because it was just too good. Like, it was too nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if
Did something bad happen?
Well, that's...
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, when you get to that point in the show, you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's a great show.
Yeah, it's really good. And one of the things I like the most about it is that they've obviously made some changes from the game, but because the game itself is like very cinematic and just like such a beautiful story on its own, and one of the showrunners is Neil Druckmann, who was the creator of the game, also like the lead director on the game. They've some scenes are like almost shot for shot what they were in the game.
Cool.
And then there's some scenes that they've chosen to change. And I think everything they've changed has been better. And that's in fact like Neil Druckmann the after episode thing, after the first episode where they made a really significant change, was like, our philosophy was, if we think of a change that would make it better, then we do it. If we think it would be the same or worse, then we go with what it was in the game. Like just
cool.
Simple as that, which I love. I don't feel like I wouldn't want them to feel pressured to have to like change everything just because it's a new medium, because like I said, the original game itself was so cinematic to begin with. In fact, like a lot of people haven't even played the games but have just like watched like people have cut together all of the cutscenes of The Last of Us on YouTube into like a little mini movie, and people have watched that, and you can get the whole story that way.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really, but you don't have to anymore because now it's an HBO show. And Pedro Pascal is fantastic. Bella Ramsey is fantastic. They have a lot of the original voice actors from the game are in it, and like in one case, like there's a character named Marlene, and the voice actor actually plays herself. Or that's wrong. Plays Marlene also. She doesn't play herself. Marlene, the voice of Marlene is playing actual Marlene, is what I was getting at. And then like the voice of Tommy, who's Joel's brother, is like a character they added. And there's similarly Troy Baker is going to be in the next episode, and he was originally Joel in the game. And they've already announced too that Ashley Johnson, who was Ellie in the game, is going to be playing Ellie's mom in this version.
Wow.
Which is cool.
Have you ever played your own mom?
No.
You have to take a drink of water.
Yeah, I got really thirsty all of a sudden. Like my mouth just got dry as shit.
That was like the most incredible silence to ever follow. Like truncate silence is going to take that right out, but to the listener, it was long.
But yeah, I love it. I would really encourage everyone to watch it, fans of the game or not. In fact, my dad is watching it and really liking it. So, and that guy thinks
he
video
has
games
terrible
are stupid
taste.
because he's a dumbass.
Yeah, he thinks video games are a waste of time. I think he's a waste of time.
They're fun puzzle. Good
Yeah.
on the brain.
Yeah, they're good on the
this
brain.
motherfucker sits and does puzzles for hours.
Yeah.
But video games are.
He just got a new
Zelda
puzzle
is
table.
stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up and work. Guys. We all agree.
That's right. If you ever played your own dad.
Yes. That one I have done.
I just also was laughing at the thought of you saying she plays herself's mom.
Wait, you're laughing at me saying that?
No, I'm laughing at it because you said she plays herself, and that wasn't right, and that was so funny. But then I was like, what if you had said, in the same kind of logic of thinking, when she said she plays Ellie in the show, but in the game, but she plays her mom, you would have said she plays herself's mom.
That's kind of true in that case.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyways, don't think about it too much.
That's
I'm
good.
just being silly.
That's really good.
I'll end up watching it for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman's in it. Shout out.
Shout out Nick Offerman.
Shout out.
Also, the guy that plays Frank was in the first season of
The White Lotus.
Yeah, which is another good show.
Yeah, I've also been watching that recently, but it wasn't my obsession.
Yeah, I watched both seasons really quickly. Liked them both a lot. Didn't even think of bringing it as an obsession. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
But I do really like it.
Maybe if there's a third season and it's also good. Who knows?
I feel like
the door open.
This is brief White Lotus talk for a second. I feel like I really like that show is very enjoyable, but it's not a show where I'm like, I really love it and I want to talk about it a bunch, which is I feel like usually my threshold for an obsession. It's just like I feel like it's just like a very well written comedy.
Yeah, and also like it's always built around a mystery, right? That you're like you see the conclusion at the beginning, and then you're trying to work out how it got there, and it feels very engaging when you're watching it. But also like typically in that situation, I would be like, I want to watch that again so I can see other hints I might have missed. I never have had that impulse for either season. I've watched it once. I felt satiated, and I forgot about it.
One and done, baby.
Yeah.
One and done.
Unlike, like
watched
Glass
those
Onion
for a
or Severance or whatever, where I like...
Yeah, I want to watch Glass Onion again. I've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
That movie's so good.
Love that movie.
Ben Shapiro hates it. He thinks it's real stupid.
Well, then I love it.
Shit about what Ben
Oh, he
Shapiro
also hates The Last of Us, I think I heard. So there you
Why
go.
do you... Well, of course... What... Why do you know that he hates Glass Onion, and why does he hate it?
well, I don't care about the last part.
I don't... I mean, because I've seen people responding to his... Like, reacting to his dumb tweets about it on, like, YouTube and stuff.
I literally don't think about Ben Shapiro. I'm the madman in the elevator.
I'm the madman.
I'm the madman in the elevator.
I don't think about you, is what I would say to him.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think about you at all.
100%.
Or you could also be
Just like-
Harrow.
I think about him as much as I think about the shit I flushed down the toilet.
I think about that
I think
a
about
lot.
that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like don't turn on the light to poop sometimes, but then before I flush, I turn on the light so I can look at it before I flush it. Because I want to see what
that's how we
I've
know.
got going on.
You poop in the dark?
We have like a nightlight in there.
Been in the dark.
Here's the thing. You know that nice bidet that Erin convinced me to buy? It uses a lot of electricity. And we have an old house and old wiring. And so when I sit on the bidet and the lights are on, it makes them kind of like flicker a little bit. Not like
Really?
yeah, like a little like a flutter, right?
I
I'm
have
like,
something to tell you. If that happened in my house, I would be more incentivized to keep the lights on. The power I would feel.
so it's fine. It doesn't. Nothing's ever happened, right? Ian is a little bit nervous about it. He unplugs it when he takes a bath. I don't think that's necessary, but whatever. And so I just prefer to keep them off and use the nightlight. But then I do want to see my shit before I flush it. So that's what happens.
He unplugs it when he takes a bath?
Yeah,
We're trying to make the connection.
I'm trying to figure out how that one makes sense.
I don't know what to tell you. That's just what he does. I'm sure it's very well researched.
I guess I could see the logic of like if there is an electrical fire for some reason, you don't want to be sopping wet when it's happening. That's like because you don't want to put water on electrical fire, right?
Uh-huh.
And you don't want to be in a position where you're splashing around water trying to run away and you could make it worse.
Or naked, honestly.
Or that too. Yeah, if there is a potential problem, you don't want to be
Assuming
naked and wet.
Yeah, sounds like he's won
naked.
you over.
So that would annoy me because we turn the beep off. And I know for a fact when you unplug it and plug it back in, the beep turns back on.
I keep the beep on, but it does change. It does like reset all the settings. Like you have to reset your water temperature. That's the biggest one. Yeah.
No.
That's the biggest one. Do you ever get like just randomly it'll be like straight up cold, like for no reason?
Yes.
I hate that so much.
That's never happened to Molly, and it happens to me, and I always can tell when it's about to happen. Just like some sixth sense. Nothing else. I have some sixth sense. I'll be like, this is about to be cold in the butthole. And then it is. But I can't figure out like what's connecting the dots.
I also don't use the drying feature. I don't find it useful at all.
No.
But
No.
the biggest thing for me with that bidet has just been how quickly the remote eats through batteries. That's annoying.
Yeah, same.
I wish it was
Big same, big
rechargeable
same.
or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could use rechargeable batteries, but it would be nice if that were built in.
Yeah. So give us a rechargeable remote option.
Because it's like 3 double A's,
Three
triple A's?
Triple A's, I think, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely sucks through though.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're having the same exact bidet experiences because otherwise, fantastic. You like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds
Do I
like
ever
you hate
sell
it.
it? Do we ever sell it?
I miss it every time I use a different toilet to poop.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard when Molly and I were separated for like a week and a half.
Oh my God.
COVID. I just didn't have the bidet at all. It was terrible. Obviously, I missed her or whatever. And she was sick. That sucked. But the day.
Whatever.
All right, should we do homework?
Fuck
Yes.
All right. My homework is watch Mythic Quest or Ted Lasso or Dickinson on Apple TV Plus. I've watched
You
one
can't
of
wreck
those.
those. You don't. Well, yeah.
Watch them with me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology. I'm on TikTok at Hannah and Her Cats. I'm thinking about posting another video of snow falling. What do you guys think?
Is it snowing there?
Yeah.
Not right now. It's going to snow again on Saturday. And I also took a video
Wow.
earlier this week. There's a lot of snow on the ground here.
Yeah. Wow, dang.
I actually had to close my blinds
Yeah,
the other
definitely.
day because the sun finally came out and it was bouncing off the snow and it was so bright that it hurt my eyes a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Snow blindness. That's the whole thing.
Erin, what's your homework?
My homework is to watch Shrinking and The Morning Show on Apple TV Plus as well. Also, buy someone you love a book, wrap it, and give it to someone else. Ben.
My homework is to watch The Last of Us on HBOMax, not Apple TV Plus. Sorry.
Plus.
Sorry, Tim. Tim Cook.
Cool.
Sorry, Timmy.
Sorry, Timmy.
Sorry, Stevie Jobs.
Please, again, you still give us some money, please, for all of this promotion.
Money, please, Steve Jobs estate.
Okay, call us or text us to tell us your obsession at 774-326-0420. Please. We're on Twitter at
Please
Too
don't
Broad
dial,
Pod.
please
We're on
don't.
Instagram at Way Too Broad and TikTok at Way Too Broad. You can email us, waytoobroad@gmail.com. Please. There's finally room in our inbox
Please.
now that we've unsubscribed
Please.
from TikTok. And if you miss any of that, you can find all that info at our website, waytoobroad.com or waytoobod.com or nameyourselfjame.com or nameyourselfjameegan.com or jameegan.com for anything you want. Earnben.com for anything you need. Maxfun.org for a cute dog on a boat. It's almost his time again. His time is coming again.
It's coming, you guys.
And check out Friends of the Chaos on Bandcamp, friendsofthechaos.bandcamp.com. Our theme song's up there because they wrote it. And that's it. So thanks for listening. I forgot to light the podcast candle. So therefore, it is by default extinguished.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's way too